What's up, guys? It's Sharp Pro. You guys know baseball season is here. It is opening day of baseball season. Bada bing, bada boom. Get the bats out. Time to go. Okay, so we're going to crack it today. I'll make a YouTube video explain to you guys how to bet baseball. Baseball is completely different from any other sport. Follow along. I will educate you on some of the things that you need to look at, some of the things you need to see, and what movement you need to watch for, because it is completely different. You do not bet baseball the way you bet any other sport. It is 1,000,000% different. In other sports, we want to focus on quality of bets. Here, you want to get quantity and quality. So you want to bet a lot of games, but you also still want to be quality, but you really want to focus on getting a lot of games out there. You're not going to hit as high as a percentage as you're going to hit in other sports. Baseball in football, there's less games. In basketball, there's still less games. Here, you're getting 152, whatever it is, baseball games per team. So there's games every single day. And you really got to, you got to lower your unit. So what I would tell you right now, if you're betting $100, I would lower it to $50 for a unit. Lower it a lot, because you're going to try to get a lot of units out, even down to $25 if you're betting $100, because we're going to be putting out a lot of slips, a lot of plays, a lot of money out there, okay? So let's get into it. So first and foremost, I know it's baseball. So this isn't like your CCAC team going up against the Celtics where you're like, there's no way in the world that this team will beat this team. If you say that in baseball, you don't make money. Any team can beat any team on any given day. It doesn't matter the day. It doesn't matter nothing. Anybody can beat anybody. It doesn't matter who's pitching, who's hitting. So always remember that. Now, what I personally do is, say I want to parlay two teams and their favorites. Something I've known over the years was I really wanted to look for this right here, okay? Let me show you. It's going to be hard to do. Hard to explain. So you see how Washington is a plus 155 here? Do you see how now it's plus 130? So the line opened up here, but people are betting that line, and it's moving towards, it's moving towards, being even money. It's not even, but it's moving towards it. Get what I'm saying? Now, let me sum it up for you. So right here, see how St. Louis says plus 165, but it's moving the opposite way of plus money. So I would stay away from that team. Over the years of what I've noticed is it's the teams that sway the opposite way of what Vegas has is where the big money, where you should play it at. So for instance, plus 155 Boston, see how it's going towards even money, which means I might look at Boston there. A bad example would be right here. St. Louis, plus 165, now it's plus 200. I would stay away from that game. 100%. I would stay away from it, okay? I wouldn't bet. And when I say stay away, I'm saying I wouldn't bet St. Louis in that situation. I would bet Boston here in this situation because they're moving towards the line of equal. They're moving towards the minus 110. Same thing here. So for example, see how this says minus 185, but then it goes down to minus 153? I would stay away from Cleveland here because they are going the opposite way of the minus 110. For example, another one. Look here. See how this says minus 115 Yankees and the line's currently going to plus 125? That scares me. It's going the opposite way. It 100% scares me. Now, when it comes to this is a little different. This is why it's hard to explain. That's why I want you guys to get my sharp knowledge so I can really teach you. This team opened up as a favorite for a reason, okay? In baseball, it doesn't really matter about public money and sharp money. Sharp money does, but it doesn't really matter public money. Because there's going to be so many games and so many bets, you're not going to find an edge as far as the Vegas isn't like, I need the Yankees to lose today or we're going to be crushed. Because there's so many other games and all these games are about equal. Like if you look right here, see the bet percentage? This is 38.6, 30, 36, 35, 28, 29, 39. Like there's not a real difference. So Vegas isn't going to get cracked one way or the other. Like when you come here, let me show you an example. So when you come here, see how it says 75, 61, 54, and 63? There's only 4 games, though. Baseball has so many games. So sharp money, throw it out the window. Public money, throw it out the window. It doesn't matter. There's no fade the public in baseball. Don't do it. But what I would fade is here. Vegas opened up as New York as a favorite. The line moved the opposite way. Now it's minus 150. I might be able to find a little value on the Yankees because they opened as a favorite. Now say a team, switch it the other way. Astros opened up as an underdog and went to a favorite. I usually stay away from those. I stay away from them 100%. I don't like them. I don't like it at all. I stay away from it. Another thing I like, guys, I like to do first 5 innings. So, for instance, let's hit this Yankee game up. Ready? I like to do first 5 innings because we know who's pitching. Okay, you don't know who's going to be in relief, right? So say this game comes, it's 3-3 going to the 6th inning. You don't know who's coming into relief. You don't know. The only thing you know is the starting pitchers. You know the closer, but you only know the starting pitchers for definite. The closer might not even get in the game. You know these guys are getting in the game. So you know Nestor Cortez going against Valdez. I don't care what any of these teams did. Don't look at how good the Astros were last year. Don't look at how good this team was last year. It does not matter. None of that matters. All these fake cappers are going around, oh, but they won the last 5 of 5 against the Yankees. Who cares? Okay? All you need to worry about early in the season. We start getting into that when it gets quarter of the season. But right now, when you have no numbers, no nothing, the only thing you want to focus on is the pitchers. And if you don't know the pitcher, you can go back last year and look at his stats. That's the only person you should be looking at, stats from last year. Okay? Quarter of the season, then we start looking at team stats. So you got Cortez going against Valdez, and it's opening day. So if you haven't bet baseball, then you don't realize that, see right here how the totals are so, these are like really low totals for baseball. Like 7.5, 7.5, 7.5. Usually probably get 1 or 2 of those a day during the season. You're getting like 4 or 5 here, which is absolutely unreal. So, and the reason you're getting that, thank you for asking, is because it's opening day and all these teams are playing their best pitchers. The Yankees aren't because Garrett Cole's getting an injury, but they're playing their best pitchers. So you should see, you're not going to see a lot of runs today. It's just not going to happen, okay? So let's look here at Nestor Cortez versus Valdez. Like I told you, we know who's pitching the first 5 innings, whatever, if they make it 5 innings. So we know who's pitching the first 5 innings. So let's go here, first 5 innings. You can come here, mess around with this. You can come here, mess with the run line. There's a lot you can do. You can add 1 or 2 of these in a parlay. Right now, the books really aren't offering much because it's the first game and they really don't want to get absolutely demolished. But you can do first 5 money line, first 5 spread, and that's usually where I like to go. That's usually where I live, okay? And you can also do this. Let me show you guys something. So baseball is the only sport I would say do round robins with, okay? And what a round robin is say you place a 5-team parlay. You need all 5 of those to hit. If one doesn't hit, you lose your money. The only time I would do round robin is if you're betting underdogs. And what did I tell you about baseball? Anything can happen. So if you're going to do round robins, baseball is a sport to do it. You can do this. Ready? Watch. 260. This. Let's add a favorite in there. Let's do this and let's do this. Okay? Let's see. Round robin. Okay? So see how you can do a round robin? The way you do round robins are difficult and they're hard to explain, and I will make a video on it. Do you see how it says? Okay, well, I'll make a video on it. But what round robins is if say we did this 5-man right here, this 5-teamer. If you hit 3 of them and if you pick a 3-pick round robin, you make some money. Now, you won't make as much as you would make if you hit all 5 for a parlay, but you'll make some money. This is a safe way to, like, if you like some underdogs, to almost not guarantee, but get some profits. It's not going to be a lot, but it's going to be some profits. I personally don't like round robins. If you guys want to learn more about it, I can teach you about it. I don't like it, and I think it's like an escape route, like a safety net that I don't like. So I don't use it because I don't really believe in it. I think the payouts suck. You will never see me touch a -1.5. It won't happen. The only time you ever see me touch it was last year and the year before that when the Dodgers had they were absolutely unreal at the -1.5. So I was following trends. That's the only way you'll see me bet a 1.5. Do you know how many baseball games come within 1 run? Imagine if you had the -1.5. You know how pissed you're gonna be. You're gonna be really pissed. Okay. You can do alternate. You can do a lot of things. You can do alternate game lines where you can move this line to maybe +3.5, parlay 2. There's a lot you can do. Okay. But as far as my strategy, I like to find who's the better pitcher. I like to take them in the first 5 innings. And simple fact. So, and then also here, what I also like to do, what do I want to do without giving, what else do I want to do? I love to read this, okay? So you see how this says under 9, how it opened at under 9 and moved to 9.5? You see that? That is a good sign that the game might go over. That is a good sign the game might go over. When you see line movement like this in baseball, when you see any line movement in baseball, there's a good reason for it, and that is usually the right side. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It is usually the right side. You can either alt spread this, so say it's at, let me see. So let's say this is at 8. Oh, well, let's go back to that game. See how San Fran, let's go here. Do you see how San Fran and San Diego opened up at under 7, and it's currently 7.5? You can go here. 7.5. You can go game lines. You can go total runs. You can move it to 8.5 or 8. You can do 8, take the under, -153. That's high, but you can parlay it with something else. Do the same thing, something else. And by the way, that's my background, Dubai. I don't understand. There's no grass. There's barely any grass. I would not like to live there. I would like to visit, but not live. But see how we can get it at a -8 at -153. You could parlay that with something or another sport you like, but you get a whole point of value because it opened at -7. Follow what the lines opened up as, guys. In baseball, it is the one sport where I can tell you Vegas is very, very right. You don't want to argue with Vegas when it comes to that. Here, you don't. You don't want to argue with them. Like, if it's, and usually baseball totals, if they're at 7.5, they're going to be at 7.5. So, like, looking at this, like, what I would tell you guys, VIP has different plays. Definitely has different plays. And it's kind of hard. I don't necessarily like to pick a game and just say, let me show you guys something. Let's go here. I did a little strategy at VIP today, but like, look here, okay? Let me show you guys. Big money on Colorado today because they're +184. Okay, let's continue to look. Boston at +130. Remember, I showed you guys that. This is why Boston's going down. I would probably tell you guys Boston might win this game today. I don't like going up against Castillo, but they might win this game today. Another one, San Fran has all the money on them at -110. Let's see what else. This is bigger money on the Yankees today, +125. 50-50 split here, which means the bigger bets are on Chicago because they have less money percentage, but less bet percentage, but more money, but the same money percentage. Let's find another one. This will be if you want to fade public spot. See Detroit, and I don't really like to fade public here, but see Detroit 88%, 96%, -160. That's because Scooball's a dog, but there's no money on the White Sox, so it is what it is. Let me find another one for you. Public, but we don't care about public. So if you're wondering why lines are moving, that's why those lines are moving. But if you want to know why other lines are moving, like Boston, it's because all the money is on Boston. So I do like Boston today, guys. I did it a different way. I did an alt spread, but I do like it. If you guys want more videos like this, let me know. We do it for every single sport. Baseball is going to be very profitable. If you want to follow my Instagram, it's shark.pro. And let's make some money.